What's up, everybody? I had to check and see if that was actually recording for a moment. I know it's been a minute. That's okay. Had to go through a bunch of other stuff. It's been a strange couple of months, even by standards of 2020. But I'm here. I'm back. I'm sorry I went away for so long. Or I'm sorry I'm back, depending on who you are. Now, one of the things that has happened is I got a new computer several months ago, and it does not have a camera. So you're not going to have to deal with my face, but figured I'd do something at least a little bit different in terms of how I record and, play a game while I record. Oh, no, I wanted to do a new... Yes, I'm going to abandon this timeline. I know. So this is called Into the Breach, so I'm going to play this game while I talk to y'all. I feel like that's a good thing to do, so the graders don't get bored, even though I've been told they probably won't. I got this game on the Epic Game Store. It's pretty cool. Turn-based mech strategy type game. So, give you guys a quick recap on what I've been up to between last time I recorded one of these and now. Obviously retired, started up a new character, just got drafted to NOLA, the 63rd pick. I'm going to set him here. My job ceased to exist on the 1st of September due to all sorts of weird contract negotiations and other dumb shit. Other than that, just doing my thing as best I can. What am I gonna do here? Just living life. Taking some time for myself and trying to better myself, deal with the world as it currently is. It's a strange world out there. They really killed 4 people. Or because the bombs killed a couple of people. So, went through, went to London, won the Ultimate Mini, my first one ever, which is pretty cool. Had a great time there. And then got drafted. And now here we is, as the kids would say. I have no idea if the kids would say that. Yeah, I'm gonna kill both these guys. Oh, that only killed one. Alright, either way. This game is going to be a little distracting. It's the first time I'm trying to do this, so, the only other times I've recorded myself talking while playing games, have been about the games, so this is a little different. A little bit different. Yeah. So, one of the things I really wanted to focus on is kind of getting back to basics and not being involved in so many high pressure situations for what is ostensibly my favorite hobby. I'm very invested in the league. I began to take a lot of things personally, and at least some of them I shouldn't have. Some of them were probably legit, but that's just how it goes sometimes. So you got to be aware of that sort of thing and sort of adjust to that. And so I did that to the best of my ability. Hi, I'm gonna shoot you here. And now here we are. That's a little bit light on the details, I'm sure. But the truth is, I'm just happy to be where I'm at, doing what I'm doing now. I feel pretty motivated in a way that I haven't in a little bit, and that's cool. Feel a little bit less stressed than I have in a real world context. which I know lots of people are dealing with tons and tons of stress right now, and have been for a very long time. It's just been a crazy situation that we've all been living in 2020. So all kinds of different things with people's careers and jobs and stuff like that. Let alone personal relationships and everything you can imagine, essentially, has been crazy. Just in a different way than maybe we're used to. Not like people have never done crazy before, but it's different, you know. And I think people have had to adjust to a lot of things they did not anticipate having to adjust to, and so I don't think I'm the only one who's gone through a whole sea change of random emotions and having to suddenly change your career paths and things like that. So I hope that anyone out there who may be checking in with me here is keeping that in mind. Be kind to yourself, you know? Because you are going through some shit that nobody intended for you to have to go through. So, that's the world we live in. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and grab a few questions now that I've done the super personal intro that, is about what you'd expect from me, I'm sure. Ooh, what am I doing here? I'll take you out. Or I could bring you over here. Psh. Kill ya. I kill ya. You're gonna die here. So I'm gonna answer some questions. How do I want to do this? Okay, let me get on my phone real quick and look at the questions and see where we're at. I assume there's going to be some questions about my draft experience and being in NOLA and all that fun stuff. So, no, that's not what I would. Why are you? Oh, okay. Well, as I picked up my phone to hop on the internet, Google pops up, and Google does some headlines automatically for me because the way I have it set up. And the first headline is that Crusader Kings 3 players have eaten 1.5 million prisoners. So there's some info you didn't know you needed in your life. I just don't even understand that, but okay. Sure. Eating prisoners is, eating 1.5 million prisoners? Really? Sorry, it's just hilarious. Can't actually kill this guy, but I can hit him. I was not prepared for that. Eating 1.5 million. Like, somebody had to, count that stat and then, tell their boss. Somebody was like, "Yeah, this is a news story. We're gonna put this one out there." Somehow, I'm not surprised when it comes to Crusader Kings players or Paradox. Where am I at? Nope, that's the article tab. B2B podcasts. Okay. All right. Here we go. Before I do my next one here. Looks like I got a few questions. Nice. Joe Fish asks, why do the outlaws commit not good? Did I read that right? Why do the outlaws commit not good? I'm not 100% sure what this question is supposed to be. I don't know how to answer this. I feel like there's a language barrier and we're both speaking English. Why do the outlaws commit not good? Alright. I love your frog in a hat signature. I'll give you that. I can't answer your question because it doesn't make sense to me, but I love that signature. It's pretty baller. Ooh. Interesting. This guy makes people explode when you kill him. And if they explode when you kill them, it affects the adjacent squares, and so I don't want these people to explode. Wait, what? Right. So how come it didn't pop up for him? Okay, there it goes. It's weird that... Oh, there... See, there's a symbol. Guess I could take both of them out pretty easily, but... kind of need them to... not do that. I need to kill that guy so that people don't explode. Obviously. Interesting. Why do they commit not good? Don't know. I have no idea how to answer this question, Joe, so I'm just going to move on. I'm sorry. I don't know what the hell you were going for there. But thank you for asking. Also, there's a $100,000 reward for his capture, according to his signature. So keep that in mind for anyone out there who's near Joe Fish and might be short on cash. Just saying, you know. Noka, Zoa. Why did Nola draft you, bum? Well, I'm a bum. Okay, that's good. That's a good start. Just a solid, you know. I think they liked me. I think that's my theory on why they drafted me. I've heard it said that they were excited to have me around, so that seems to be the why of it. I hope this works. Ooh. That's gonna suck. I'll just take this little pod. They wanted a wide receiver, and I'm one of those, and it worked out, it seems like. So, yeah. And of course, I'm a former member of the team from way back when. Oh, yep, there go the casualties. Sorry, folks. So, you know, seemed like it was a pretty good match. That's my theory, anyway. Want... Sorry, I got super distracted there. I hope they really liked it. I'm sorry. This apparently was not as great an idea as I was hoping it would be because I'm very distracted by this game. Do you want to be hazed? Not really. I prefer not to be hazed, or tased, or phased, I guess, depending on the different uses of the word. I prefer not to have 45 seconds of dead air while I'm paying attention to this game either, but apparently I did that. I haven't been around lately on the site. What is the most interesting thing to happen in the last 2 months? No comment. I know the answer, but no comment. Uh, it's been a strange time. Just go with it's been a strange time. How do I do this? Yes, it's been a strange time. That's how I'm gonna word that. Look, see, there have been obviously things that have happened, right? But they're all drama-y, you know? I don't want to. I don't want to like really super focus on the drama. Oh, that was a bad move. Those people died. Wait, I can reset my turn. Yes. I want to focus on good things that are happening. So I would say the most interesting thing to happen in the last 2 months that's good is we had a huge draft, huge expansion draft, 2 new teams that seem to be operating at a very high level right away. I think these are great things, personally. So that's the takeaway I would like to focus on. Yeah, yeah, that's where I'm feeling. That's where I'm feeling is the right answer. Is I want to focus on the draft and how well that went for a lot of different people and a lot of different teams and those things like that. Other than that, to be honest, I've also been kind of semi paying attention too, so I've only caught the occasional thing. This, vast overreaction to an innocuous event or that argument or whatever. So I'm not far from being in the same boat as you are, because I needed a little time to sort of do that myself, kind of take a breather, if you will. So I don't blame you at all for that. I'm sorry. No, this is terrible. Let me just leave this here for a moment and really focus on this question. The most interesting thing to happen in the last 2 months was that I personally got to take a step back. I know that's not the site, but whatever. I get to take a step back and kind of look at things and reassess stuff. So for me, that's the most interesting thing. Not, people overreacting to the Bachelorette or Gucci's 12 theses repeated into 95 posts, or the hirings that took place that people didn't like, or whatever. Like, none of those are really super interesting to me at this point. They're just stuff that happens. So I can't really answer that question in that way. So when I say, oh, it's the draft. It feels like a little bit of a cop out because it is a little bit of a cop out, but it's also true just because of my stances and where I've been the last couple of months. So there you go. A randomly weird in-depth answer. Fuck, marry, kill, but it's all the Adams from that one job you had. Okay, a little background story for everybody. Years ago, in a restaurant, there were 4 Adams. It was weird. We didn't know what to do. For those of you not named Adam, there's not that many of us really. We don't it's not like mics or something where you run into oh, I'm used to having a bunch of mics around. 2 Adams in the same place is oh, this is kind of weird. And we had 4. And it was very weird because you literally had to be which Adam? No, that Adam. No, that Adam. No, that Adam. And I've never encountered that before or since. It was a very interesting situation. I think oh, okay. Fuck, marry, kill. So you had Chef Adam. He was an asshole. Great cook. He was an asshole. He was an okay guy, but he's an asshole. He was just one of those type of guys. You had bartender Adam, who was kind of slimy. He was that guy negotiated a great gig for himself in that he was a manager who could still take bartender shifts and also get tipped out by people he was managing, which is generally a big no-no. And he made this negotiation while somebody else was technically in charge of the bar, so he worked for that guy and was just knew what was happening under the surface and that he was replacing that guy and didn't say shit. So he was pretty slimy. And then you had Busser Adam, who was kind of like a bro type. Oh, bro, okay, yeah. Who I always remember him most because he referred to one of our coworkers as Tits and Teeth. No points for guessing what her most obvious attributes were. And she was an asshole too, but it always bugged me that he referred to her that way. Because first of all, you want me to call you piercing face? Because dude had 6 piercings in his face. Is that how you? There was no self-awareness beyond just the dickishness. There was just no self-awareness. He's one of those people who's half as smart as he thinks he is. I'm not sure he thought he was that smart to begin with. I didn't really like any of them. I liked Chef Adam more than the other 2. Fuck, marry, kill. Fuck, marry, kill. Fuck, marry, kill. Definitely don't want to. I think I'll fuck bartender Adam because he knows how to fuck somebody, and he's the least likely of the 3 to be randomly carrying around diseases. And I'll kill Busser Adam because no redeeming qualities. And I'll marry Chef Adam because at least I'm getting fed. Boom, there we go. I logically worked out the answer to that question. And you get a lot of random background information. Any cool facts you want to share? Oh yeah, I am kind of like the random fact individual, aren't I? That's a good question. That's a very good question. Well, I like big butts and I cannot lie. I don't know if that's a fact. I was just trying to think of something really, but that was just so great. Random fact. Random fact. Random fact.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch that.
Crusader Kings 3 people have eaten 1.5 million prisoners. That's a random fact. It was hard to think of anything after that. Oh, that's funny. Thank you, Noka, for the questions. Much appreciated. Uh, let's see who's next. I did take you in the third round in fantasy, by the way. So you better step up. Tesla, the wonderful, wonderful Tesla, asking a question. So it's very exciting. And the train, fuck the train, satellite launchers. Let's do that one. Hello and good time appropriate greeting to you, Adam. Good luck with the podcast, and I hope the recording goes smoothly for you. Well, obviously that's already out the window. But, here we are. 1. If you were to be a professional wrestler, that is a great start to a question, by the way. Just amazing. If you were to be a professional wrestler, what would your finishing move? If it's different, what is your favorite move? Nah, same move. It's called the Diamond Dust. It's a move where you go to the corner, the turnbuckle, and your opponent is leaned into the turnbuckle but facing outward. So they're facing towards the ring. So they're leaning against the corner but facing towards the ring, and you are behind them, sat on the top turnbuckle, also facing the same direction. So you're sitting up behind them. You hook your arm around their neck, and then you do a front flip over them, and they land, and you sit down, and they land on your shoulder, chin on your shoulder. So like a Stone Cold Stunner, but you flip over them to do it. It's my favorite move. It's I first saw it done by a wrestler in the 90s called Masato Tanaka. And I loved that move ever since, because it was just this great combination of agility and kind of crazy looking, and also just it looked like it hurt a lot, which is always cool. And plus Masato Tanaka was this 5'10", 240-pound dude who didn't look like he's doing flips. so it was a great combination of things, and that's been my favorite wrestling move ever since. Were you surprised to fall as far as you did in the draft? Okay, so this is a question I've been asked a couple of times, actually, by people, and I think it's a fair question. I was more surprised to fall as far as I did in the DSFL draft. And then, because I fell to 69th there, which worked out great, of course. Once that happened, I was sort of more prepared. And I think, once that happened, I was definitely more understanding of, this is what's going to happen. Okay, this is the thing. Okay. And I think once I knew, okay, you're going to fall in the main draft too. I got it. I get it. It's a huge draft. Lots of things are going to happen, and I'm not a big priority for people. Cool. Okay. Not a problem. I was still probably a little surprised in the ISFL draft, because I figured I would fall to sort of similar where Spec went. spec went, I think, 38th, something like that. And so I was kind of expecting I wouldn't be in the very top echelon, but that I would fall to like kind of that next group of picks. And then that clearly didn't happen. And once that didn't happen, once spec went 38th, and I think once we hit about the 45th pick or so, I was like, okay, I'm gonna continue falling. That's just what's gonna happen. Once I knew that, it was definitely less of a shock. Now I'm gonna light myself on fire to make this work. So from there, just it's just a thing. I think I would. Yeah. So okay. So yes, I was surprised to fall as far as I did. I knew I was gonna fall, but I didn't think I was gonna fall that far. And I will admit that on draft night, I got a little like, hey, what the hell? Like you do. I think. I think there was definitely a sense of people underestimating. I don't know. I don't know what to if I could call it that or how come they went first, or what I should call it. But it was definitely a surprise. Yes, definitely a surprise. I don't think I've admitted to myself how much of a surprise it really was. And then to get picked up at 63rd like that by the team was definitely something I didn't see coming at that point, I would say. So it wasn't just a matter of how far I fell that surprised me. Which, like I said, it only surprised me after a certain point. It was a matter of like, I didn't expect that result, and I didn't expect to go where I went once that happened. So it was definitely like a shock to the system. I will say I spent the last like 2 days before the draft, and I was pretty sure I was going to Berlin actually, and apparently I almost did, but New Orleans cut in. Yeah, I think there are definitely some takeaways that I could have from that as well. This is by far the furthest I've ever fallen. I think I had made a comment at one point that if you took the draft positions of my 3 previous players and combined them, they still wouldn't hit 63. So this was, it was a thing. It was a thing. Do I think there is some personal reflection to be had in there? Yes, 100%. But, I did expect that to a degree. So that part wasn't necessarily a surprise, just the severity and precipitousness of it is what I think really ultimately surprised me the most and kind of had the most effect. There's definitely a level of holy shit, this actually happened. So yes, I hope that answers the question in a way that you were hoping for. Next question. Do you eat blue cheese on your bagel? Does anyone you know eat blue cheese on their bagels? I don't, for sure. I don't know anyone who does. Um, so that's an interesting question. Do I eat blue cheese on my bagel? Who would eat blue cheese on my bagel? I don't even know. I don't even know who would be eating blue cheese on their bagel, quite frankly. So. TLK? Maybe I should message TLK and ask him if he eats blue cheese on his bagel. I think he'd be a good one to ask. I think he eats a lot more bagels than I do, being a Connecticut guy. I was going to say New York, but he's not a New York guy. He's a Connecticut guy, but Connecticut's really kind of New York North anyway. There's 70,000 people who live in Connecticut who are in the league that are probably not happy I said that. Blue cheese on my bagel sounds weird. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds very odd. I don't know. Maybe it's just a matter of it being something I haven't tried. I don't know. It sounds like it might be good. Like legitimately good blue cheese is excellent, so it sounds like something that could be good. So I don't know. Maybe I will try that one day. Who knows? I don't eat that many bagels either, so that has something to do with it, I'm sure. Thoughts on being drafted by the New Orleans second line? It was a pleasant surprise. I did not anticipate that happening, and now that it has, it's been very interesting. It's been a very interesting experience, yeah, for sure. I think I don't know. I don't know quite how to describe it. Because, this is a place I've been before. This is a place I've been very involved in before. So going back is like a sort of a weird thing. There's the old, you can never go back home feeling. So it's been sort of an odd change. I'm sorry, I've really got to pee. I will be right back. Enjoy. Sure, thank you. I hope it's the most enjoyable restroom experience of your life.
That's very sweet.
Okay, I am back from the bathroom. I apologize for that.
Yeah, turn it down.
If I had stuff that would allow me to pause the recording and come back, I wouldn't have to admit stuff like that. But, so I'm thinking that I'm really enjoying being part of the team again. Weirdly enough, the even though it's basically completely different than when I left it, to the point that two people who have been part of the team almost the entire time since I left were literally drafted to different places the same night I got drafted back. So it was like ships in the night passing by each other. Ben and Peyton specifically. So it's kind of a weird thing. Although I guess Josu was gone for a little while, wasn't she? Before she came back, I swear she was. Yes, there was a whole thing there. Where we almost worked together, but she came back, and it was actually a weird night for the for the team, because I guess multiple people got drafted who had either previously been a big part of the team or had to be drafted this and come back. So it was a very like welcome home type of atmosphere in a lot of ways, even for a couple people who I don't think technically left. But it's been great. Got into the war room pretty quickly. They were cool with that. And it was one of the things I had wanted, primarily because I don't want to. Well, the joke is that primarily because I don't want to have to do mock drafts. And even the mock draft I did, I just copied Juosu's, which actually turned out to be a great decision, by the way. But I like to be involved in with where a team's going, and I feel like I've always got something to contribute. And so far, I jumped right in and started doing stuff, and have gotten nothing but incredibly positive feedback over that. It's been a very cool locker room to go into, hang out with a lot of people I know and like. A lot of crossover for the Wallabies locker room and the Super Casual League, of course. Probably not a shock there. And I think this is good, especially with the stuff I want to do right now, and with my player, and giving myself a break from GMing for at least half a year, and all that stuff. I think this is kind of like the perfect storm of an environment for me to be in. So I'm pretty damn happy about it, I gotta say. And I've thoroughly enjoyed it so far. How many people have you married as an officiant? 2. Well, 1, but 2. I answered that in the most confusing way possible, didn't I? 2 people, 1 time. But there have been a couple that fell through. I would like to do more, but it'll happen. It started out as just a fun thing I did for some friends, because they wanted to do things non-traditionally, and then just kind of went from there. And now it's just a fun thing I like to bring up very occasionally when it when it's relevant that it pops up. Like, oh yeah, I could legally do that. So, hang on 1 second. I need to cough. Okay. I hope I got that far enough away from my headset. If not, I'm sorry, but at least you're not going to catch anything. So I guess there's that. So if I'm here, he can get to me. I'm not going to get there. Or he can get in there. I don't know. Either way, I'll stay here. Here. And here. Okay. So yeah, just the 2. Just the 2. But it was great. They're still married, by the way. God, how long have they been married now? Like 15, 16 years now? Something like that? Something crazy. Well, not crazy. 15 years being married is not crazy. I'm married for 12 myself. It's just the crazy part is thinking about how long it's been. Yeah. Because it's been a while. Yeah, Jesus. They don't have any kids, but they've been married a long time. They've married a very long time. Okay, sorry. It's sometimes you look back and realize that a lot more time has gone by than you maybe think has. The world has gone into different direction than you suspect. You know. Um, Number 6. What is your biggest goal inside the league at this time? What is your biggest goal outside the league at this time? Inside the league, I want to make this player a Hall of Famer, for sure. That's the big one right now. So, yeah, for sure. I want to make my player a Hall of Famer. I feel like it's probably a known goal right now. But, who knows? Outside the league, I start a new job on the 7th, and there's a lot of opportunity, so I want to get in there and get focused and really impress a new set of people. It's an entirely different path than I was going down. So I would say my biggest goal is to get there, get solidified, and start looking like someone they want to move up and give more money to, which will then help my family, etc., etc. So, yeah, that would be the answer to that question. I think beyond that, getting back to work on my books. I haven't been writing as much as I would like to the last several months because I've been horribly stressed and just trying to keep my head above water, really. Trying not to feel like I'm drowning all the time, So that's another goal. Those are the two goals, I think, in terms of like inside the league right now. Yeah, for sure. Those are definitely the goals. Yes. I think yeah. I'm comfortable with those, calling those the goals and moving on. Which Boy Meets World character would you most like to spend a day with? Hey, hey, honey. Somebody asked me which Boy Meets World character I'd like to most spend a day with.
Oh, gee, I wonder which one that is.
Topanga. The answer's Topanga.
Just the person that you might leave me for.
Never. Never, never, never.
I don't know, it's Topanga.
We've had that conversation.
Have we?
Mm-hmm.
What was the conversation?
I'll tell you off air.
Okay.
What the actual response was. Because that's not a thing I want to get questions about.
Okay.
uh, which cast member would you most like to spend a day with? Oh, that's a good question. All of them? Can I say all of them? Does that count? I think, man, I'll say Topanga again. I don't know, because Ben Savage is pretty cool. God, there's so many. I would like to just go on set for a day and talk to people. I know that's a total comp out, not what was asked. But that's the one I'm going with. Just gonna cheat wildly.
How about banana? No.
Ooh, they're gonna die. They're gonna die regardless. So I'm gonna shoot this mountain. Yeah. A little bit of a cop-out answer, but I'll take it. Thank you, Tesla, for your questions, which were probably very thought-provoking. Not probably, but I was gonna say they were probably more thought-provoking than anticipated. But I very, very much appreciate them. Come on. So thank you very, very much. Now, what am I supposed to do here? 1, 2, 3, 4 of these guys. Like, yeah. Ugh. Everybody was, you know. Let's move on to the next set of questions. Sloth. This may have been asked, but thoughts of NOLA so far? I think I gave some thoughts, but oh no, they got the coal plant. Oh god, no, I missed it. Oh, that was so horrible. Oh no, I missed it. I guess I'll continue. God, that was a horrible round. I'm gonna protect the bombs. I'm really enjoying NOLA, I think, is the upshot of the thoughts that I had. So, yes. Really great so far. I think we have a really good chance to do well this season, too. And I think we got a good, stable base for the future. Very excited about that as well. So, hey. It's looking good. Things are looking good. That's my statement. We're looking good. I'm happy about it. What are you hoping your player will achieve the upcoming season? I mean, on the high end of hopes, you hope for like offensive rookie of the year or something to that effect. It might be difficult given some of the other offensive rookies, but it's still a thing that I'm gonna hope for. I think if things go really well with our offense, which I think they can, I could sneak in there a lot, especially with my build. I feel like I could sneak into a lot of plays and just maybe rack up an inordinate amount of short touchdowns and things like that. Oh god, no. I accidentally got my guy killed. Ooh, oh no. Oh no, we abandoned the timeline. Oh, I'm sorry, we didn't make it. That's a cool thing with this game, by the way. It's if it's not going well, you just abandon the timeline, or if you lose, and then it takes you back, because there's time travel in the game, and so not everything will be exactly the same. The pilots won't be exactly the same. The fights won't be exactly the same. The little bosses of each island will say slightly different things, stuff like that. Very cool. And so I get to be like, oh no, I'm gonna bitch you out now because I did terribly. I'd like to see Rookie of the Year, if nothing else. Just contribute, help the team. That's that's the best answer. It's the best hope I can have is to really just get in there and help the team do well. We are trapped in here. I have an idea. Hi. Bye.
in your side?
Yeah. If I was going to put a number to it, 40 catches, 3 touchdowns. That'd be a good start. I think anything over that will be good. And then just, yeah, yeah, at least that I think would be good. Maybe a little player respect for my player. I don't know. I'd like to. Does it really count as my player? I think so. I'd like to have my Twitter win the most retweeted or most liked award 1 week at least. Get that extra 200K. But it'd be nice. I feel like I put a lot of effort into my Twitter actually, especially compared to some of the other things previously. So that'd be nice to have that recognized. Oh jeez. Oh, because that thing's right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. There's just nothing else I could do. So yeah, there we go. I think that's what I'd like to see happen this. Thank you for your question, Sloth. Much appreciated. For Sucks Fake, would you ever work in head office again? Why or why not? Oh, there is a joke about me going back to head office for a third time just for like a one random week, just to solidify something somehow. It's a good question. I don't think I would. It's it's just not where I'm at. You know, I think that it's just not where I'm at. I want to do other things, and I feel like working in head office restricts that. It restricts how I'm able to behave and respond to things because there are certain expectations of someone who's in head office and how they're going to be, and it doesn't really fit me. And some of that is on that, and some of it is on the way I've handled myself that I need to work on. I do get too into things. I do take things personally at times. It's a problem. I get that. I do see fights where none were intended. I see plenty of fights where some were intended, but it happens. Another thing is I don't see a need for someone like me right now because I'm not really sure what I would contribute in terms of what we could improve. I'm a big project person. Throughout the league history, I've been someone who jumped into projects and helped create Twitter. I helped reform the Rookie Mentor team, or kind of started reforming it and then handed to someone to finish. I did awards. I opened the casino. I'm probably forgetting a bunch of stuff, but I've always been there for the big projects. And when I actually rejoined head office this last time, I had a couple in mind. I want to get this done. I want to get this done. And I was able to work on a couple of them, and 2 of the big ones that I had in mind were changing the name of the league, which is something that had already been passed and was supposed to happen, but people were dragging their feet. And how do we get off this server? How do we basically handle the 2 biggest problems the league consistently has: the name of the league and the server, or the site we're on? The 2 things we get complained about the most since day one. And lo and behold, those things were already in progress and very nearly completed. It didn't take them both long to be completed after I was there and gone. So it was kind of like a couple of my big reasons for going were I was non-essential to those. Essentially, I had nothing to do with those getting done. They were already there. And then my next goal is always like, how can we lighten the load a little bit on head office? How can we decentralize a little bit, which is always a plan I have. Many hands make light work. So it's always, how can we put things in the hands of other people to where you can be more of an overseer than a direct contributor. And I helped a little bit with reforming the DHL, the delivery company. Yep, I helped reform DHL. No, the DSFL helped reform that. I had a little hand in that, but that was a big one too. So that was a big part of things as well. So honestly, I don't really see a need for me, because I don't really see where the league is right now as needing any of those big fixes or big projects towards fixing a major aspect right now. So the things that I tend to be the best at aren't really where we're at right now, which is awesome. We need other voices in there and other styles, and the league needs to go other directions. So no, I don't foresee anything right now that says that I'm going to go back at some point. Unless it is for that 1 week as a joke, so I can, say I've been there a third time and really solidify the most runs in head office. Even my 2 runs in head office were fairly short, 179 days total, I was told, which is not a ton. I tend to be a get out, get the project done, get in, get the project done, and get out type of person, as has been noted. And my next long-term project, many months from now, will probably be an expansion team when the opportunity comes up. But that's way in the future. That's a different year entirely. So let's hold that one off for a while. Right now, I'm just enjoying not doing these things and not being part of head office and working on my one project with the casino right now. So there we are. Thank you for your question, FSF. Much appreciated. I can't say the word appreciate. Much appreciated. I really appreciate you. You're very appreciated. Next question comes from Valor. Why did New Orleans steal you from Austin? You can open your own banana.
No.
Well, then you don't get a banana.
I need a banana and I need someone to open it.
You know how to open your banana.
But this banana won't steal your thing.
Split the skin. You know how to do it.
I can't do it.
Well, then bring your banana over here, and I'll do it. But just sitting there and holding up a banana and saying, will someone open this for 5 minutes, isn't going to get it opened. Here we go. This banana was difficult to open, though. Yes, I can see why you had issues. But next time, just come over and ask, instead of just sitting there. Okay? Okay. Enjoy your banana, honey. Why did New Orleans steal you from Austin? I don't think Austin wanted me. I was a wide receiver, and they have plenty, including yourself, so there wasn't really room for me. And, I was ready to get the hell out of the way and let the kids run the business themselves. There's no point in me hanging around, to be honest. New Orleans seems to have been interested in stealing me because they wanted me. Oh god, that phrasing is going to make it turn into a whole thing. Don't turn that into a whole thing. For fuck's sakes. I meant exactly what I said. No additional hidden bullshit, okay? Please don't do that. Why will Austin have a better record than NOLA? Sim luck finally breaks Austin's way for once. It's probably the only answer I have for that. Strictly speaking, on paper, the 2 teams look to be in about the same league, so anything can happen. It's going to be rough. It's going to depend on scheduling and a little bit of sim luck. And as we all know, Austin's history with sim luck is not great. So we'll see. But I think that would if it happens, that'll be a good reason why. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Okay, so some people have heard this, some people haven't. Here's my theory. A hot dog is a sandwich, potentially. The way to make sure it's a sandwich is you have to put 2 ingredients on top of it, and I don't mean condiments, so mustard, ketchup, those don't count. You take a hot dog, you've got your bun, you've got your hot dog. Also, I like that a hot dog on itself is a hot dog, and then a hot dog in a bun is still a hot dog. But, so you get the hot dog, you gotta put 2 toppings. So I'm talking like cheese and onions. That's 2 toppings. Cool, that's a sandwich. You put peppers and pickles. That's a sandwich. You put cheese and mustard. Not a sandwich, because mustard doesn't count. You don't count it as a sandwich ingredient, it's a topping. It's a condiment. So if you have like cheese, onions, chili, mustard, like my favorite hot dogs, that's my favorite hot dog combo, that's a motherfucking sandwich, okay? That's my theory. Enjoy it, work with it. I've had multiple people who go, I hate the idea of hot dogs as a sandwich, and then I bring that out and they go, you know what, I gotta kind of reconsider now. You made some good points. Absolutely. I hope that helps. Favorite sushi roll? I don't eat much sushi. I don't. The one time I really had sushi, I don't remember what any of it was called. It was good though. It was weird, but it was good. My wife's favorite is a crunchy California roll. That's about as close as I can answer that question with. What is the most NOLA thing you've seen? I have no idea how to take this question. One of my new teammates asked on Twitter where he could buy a skeleton. That's probably the most realistic to the actual city of NOLA thing that I can think of off the top of my head. Yeah. Doot. Thank you for your questions, Valor. Much appreciated. As per usual for me. Oh, it's Laser. Laser. Biggest steal or 2 of the draft. I feel like you know the answer here. You know? I feel like you know what I'm gonna say. So just in case anyone's curious, the biggest steal of the draft is me. It's gonna be me. I'm gonna be the biggest steal of the draft. I went 63rd. I'm gonna fucking go crazy with this player. I'm gonna do really great. I'm gonna be the biggest steal of this draft. Period. End of story. You cannot convince me otherwise. There's no need to change my mind. Don't even look at my coffee cup.
Hi.
So the or 2, I feel like the obvious answer is Spec. Spec. He went 38th. I get that there are probably some GMs who were concerned about the idea of him wanting to be the primary wide receiver by the end of his 2nd season. I get that. But also, like, you don't think he's done the math on this? Like, come on. He and I actually had a long conversation about this, too. Like, the math is there. That's all I'm going to say. Math is there. Spec is going to be proven right in the long run. That's my theory on that. And I think 5-6 seasons from now, when people are done going, oh my god, Adam went 63rd? What the hell? They're going to be like, how the fuck did Spec go 38th? Like, what the hell is that? It's... Yeah. Y'all are so damn lucky we didn't want to GM. And yes, I thought about it. And yes, he and I talked about it. And in fact, Spec... In fact, Spec... His theories on why he didn't really want to GM after we were discussing it kind of made me rethink it, and he's a direct reason why I decided to take some time off and not GM. So there you go. But yeah, I think we're going to be the 2 biggest steals this draft. And it's funny, we're both wide receiver too, and now I believe he changed to the same archetype I have as well. So we had, similar ideas in certain aspects. Lo and behold, if we do decide to GM together in the future, that would be crazy. Yeah, I think those are your steals. I think you're gonna get other people in the whole mix who are like, how did that person fall to this? How did that person fall? Because that happens in hindsight. especially with loaded drafts. And especially there's going to be people in the top 20 who like we're going like freight trains up until now, and then at some point between now and a short time from now are maybe going to fall off, and then all of a sudden in hindsight they're going to look worse, etc., etc. It happens. It happens every time. Not much you can do about it. But, history has its eyes on you. And I think history is going to say that I was the steal of the draft, and Spec was not that far behind me. So, yeah. And I think those are all the questions. So, I think, I don't want to block them 3 times. Oh, that's the one. That's the one I want. So there we go. Those are my questions. This is my first one back. I'm sorry. It was a little bit disjointed, even by my standards. I'm hopefully going to do some more of these when I can. My schedule is going to get a little weird pretty soon. I'm going to be working 4/10s going forward, so it'll be a whole thing there. So I hope you were able to enjoy this, and I hope I am able to do this much more regularly in the future. And that said, I hope everyone has a great evening. No, that's not what I want to do. And I hope all goes well for y'all this evening. I'm going to go ahead and sign off here, and see y'all later.